As a child, we all long for a hero. As a society as a whole, we search for that leader that can be our hero. But as we mature and as we grow, it dawned on us that the hero is inside every one of us. And in the world's social media, we all start at zero. And slowly we search deep within ourselves to find who we are. And we have that moment of truth where we embrace that the hero that we've been searching for has been there all along. It is living deep inside of every one of us. And we start embracing that journey and we become that hero that we search for.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 126 of Zero to Hero, presented by J29 Creative Group. Got another awesome hero that is coming at you today. Somebody that can really save you a little bit of money here coming up into the nicer months as we're starting to see some sunshine in Kansas City. His name is Nicholas Friesen. He is the co-owner of Fibrenew East KC. So let's go ahead and bring him in. Nicholas, how are you this morning?
Good. How are you?
Oh, doing fantastic. Thanks for joining us. Perfect timing, like we were talking about a little bit before, is the sun is starting to come out here in Kansas City. It's starting to warm up. Tell us a little bit about what you can do for the people out there with Fibrenew East KC and what you guys have coming up.
Yeah, Fibrenew is a fully mobile franchise. We're a repair and restoration company. So we are the experts in anything that's leather, plastic, or vinyl. So that can go from your interior upholstery, leather couches, vinyl, stuff like that, to your car, boat, airplane seats, you name it, dashboards. We also repair vinyl siding, PVC windows from hail damage and stuff. We do anything leather, plastic, and vinyl. We have our hands in. We also do like medical facilities and gyms, stuff like that. And a little bit of background of the company. It's been around since the late 80s, so almost 40 years of doing this. Started franchising in the early 90s. There's over 310 locations in 5 different countries now, most of which are here in the USA. And yeah, we service the entire Kansas City metro. And
I love it.
yeah.
I love it. So talk us a little bit through that process, right? So as we're going out to the dock, as it's starting to warm up here, and we realize, hey, there's a little bit of damage here on the seats. What does that process look like from realizing that, hey, maybe we need somebody to look at this, to the consultation, to actually getting the repair or replacement done?
Well, typically what happens is people, they see damage that happens, or the damage happens, or it kind of continually, gradually gets worse over years, and then they decide to Google, and then we pop up, hopefully first. And from there, you can go right to our website, or you can just text us directly. A lot of people just text us, include some photos, whatever. We also have a form on our website where you can include all the information. From there, we offer free assessments. That they're always free, no matter what. And we come to you. If it's something that we can see in the photo that we think we can repair right away, we'll give you a price then, and then we set up a time if you think that's suitable. Go to your location. So we've done work on boat docks or boats that are off in people's yards. We come and work in your cars. We re-dye sofas in your home. Yeah, and from there we do everything. Sometimes we'll bring stuff back to our shop, or to like it's got to be taken away to be reupholstered. But usually we can set most jobs up that we show up that day, we do the work in a couple hours, and we're on our way on to the next thing.
I love it. I love it. So no having to get the boat out of the water, no having to bring the car in, take time off of work, right? I mean, you just show up, knock it out, hand the keys back, and we're good to go, man. I love that. That's perfect. All right, well, let's get into it here, Nicholas. Putting aside Fibrenew a little bit, who is Nicholas Friesen? Give us the elevator pitch about who you are.
Well, I'm 44 years old. I'm originally from southwestern Ontario, Canada, and I only actually moved here full time to the United States coming on a year ago now, to start this business with my wife, who's originally from KC. Yeah, before this, I was working at a nuclear power plant, and I did that for about 10 years. And prior to that, I was in the Canadian Armed Forces for about 10 years as well. And
Amazing.
I've been spending my life don't get me wrong, I love my time in the forces, and I did some pretty meaningful work. I thought I did a couple of tours overseas to Afghanistan and once to Bosnia as well. But I've also kind of spent my life doing that.
Oh, think we might have lost you there for a second. See if we can get Nicholas back here.
Okay,
Hey, we
you
got
still
him
there?
back. We got him
Oh,
back. There he is. Yeah,
I,
we're
I
good.
got
We're good.
I got a phone call and everything's going haywire.
I
See
love it. I
that's
love
the sunshine. What's happening?
it. Yeah, I
Everyone
love
wants
it.
their stuff fixed. Yeah.
Somebody who's watching it. Wait till the end of the show, guys, to call or text in.
Yeah. 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 So anyways, so yeah, we kind of decided to do this, not on a whim, but I knew I was moving here, and I had actually in the last few years I started flying in 2020, and in early 20 or late 2023 I got my commercial pilot's license, and my plan was to start flying for a living, and I was working towards ratings, and I was building up hours and stuff like that, and I love doing it and everything, but it's a lot of work and it's expensive. And I had this nagging feeling in the back of my head, like I'm scared to go back into the kind of the corporate world and to work shift work and stuff. And maybe I should try something else. Maybe I'm destined for something else. So I started looking into businesses that I could tie into aviation, interiors and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
found this one, and it kept on popping up. And then when I researched Fibrenew and saw like the broad expanse of things that they do, I was like, my eyes got wide. Like, I don't like doing the same thing twice. I don't like the same, I don't like routine. And this job is just perfect for me. Like one day I'm doing a couch repair, and then the next minute I could be doing, uh, a car seat or something like that. Dashboard repairs. We've got work that we're doing with Custom Truck, the factory downtown, or an Independence there. So it's just a wide variety of things. So it's not only good business wise, it's a broad expanse, but it suits my personality. So um,
I
so
love it.
that's kind of how I ended up in there. So it's pretty random. It bounced around, but then when we landed onto it, and I first made my initial phone calls into Fibrenew, I could tell right away that this was going to be a good fit. They're a wonderful company to work with.
Amazing. Amazing. I love it. Well, I have to ask you, since you've been here for Kansas City for a year now, you've got a little time to experience it. How are you liking it? How is it?
Oh, it's definitely exceeded expectations. I love it here, and I know I've been coming here for many years. I've been with my wife being here, and we would always come back here. But living here is something else. You don't really know until you've lived somewhere, and I'm all over the city, right? Every day. So I think it's a great place. People are super Midwest nice is definitely a thing. People are wonderful to deal with. Traffic is not bad at all. You can get around the city good. Anything you want to do is here. We've got great sports teams, great food. Yeah, I absolutely love it. And we're southeast of Kansas City, so kind of out in the bedroom community. But the commute's easy and people are great. Just yeah, love it here. So
I love it, man. I appreciate
yeah.
you saying that for sure. I mean, we love Kansas City as Kansas Cityans, so we always want to know
And
how do you
and
like
that I've
it?
known. Yeah. And I mean I tell you straight up, and every place has its issues and stuff like that. But Kansas City folks really do love this place. And it's alarming to me how many people I meet that left and went away on their professional careers and kind of
Yeah,
fought tooth and nail to come home.
yeah,
People are really intent on getting back. So yeah,
yeah. I was
and
in
and I
that boat
understand it.
myself as well. I was gone for almost 10 years, and I was like, well, time to start a family. Let's go ahead and go on back home.
Yeah,
Go to where
and
we want to raise them for sure.
and this is where you want to do that, definitely. Yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely. I
yeah.
appreciate you saying that again. Now, Nick, when you started Fibrenew East KC, no social media pages. Obviously, Fibrenew International had a presence there, but talk
Mhm.
to us a little bit about what that journey has been like. Starting it up locally here and how that's helped you guys out.
It's actually been pretty straightforward. Like they take care of a lot of the Google stuff. Like I direct my advertising where I want it to go. Our website is mostly hands off. We can tweak a few little things there, but they take care of that stuff, which was also a draw to me. because that stuff scares me. Like the older I get, the less tech savvy I am. So and the fact that like we already have something that's made and looks professional and it's kind of uniform across the board. We
Yeah.
have our vehicle wrap as well, like you would have to have, and I, it would insist on having it anyway because that draws a lot of business and it looks professional when we roll up and
Right.
stuff like that. So it's been a pretty easy thing. We don't have, like you said, like you saw earlier, we don't have a huge social media presence yet beyond Facebook, which we are working on expanding. My wife is my partner and co-owner of the company, but she works another job as well too. So once she's in the business full time and once we're fully established, we'll probably be expanding a little bit more on that. But me running around answering the phones and stuff like that during the day, we're drinking through a fire hose sometimes. So
Yeah, it's time consuming for sure. Well, I
it
love the
is.
before and after pictures. I mean, those are nothing tells a story about leather upholstery restoration like what it looked like before and then what it looks
Mhm.
like now for sure. So that's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing to see.
Oh, and
Now,
that
then it
never
goes
gets old doing too. Like when you can take that after photo and they're happy and it looks good.
right.
Like,
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody's happy and it looks fantastic,
yeah.
100%. Now, every hero has a defining moment, right? What do you think yours is, not only when it comes to your career, but your life as well?
I think they both tied into the exact same moment, and that was about 4 years ago, coming up 5 years ago now, probably during COVID, and a lot of things all came to a head for me, and not in a good way, and I was definitely reduced to rubble, and went through real hard couple of years, and but you know, something different came out of the ashes, where I realized exactly where I wanted to go in life, and that brought me here, and you know. Um, I think it was, I had to be brought way down, in order to rise back up, and went through some pretty challenging moments, and so it took a while to culminate. It wasn't exactly just one thing, but I did kind of have an aha
Yeah.
moment where like, all right, I need to change things up, and I need to get out there, and that's when I really started focusing hard on the flying thing, and that's an incredible amount of work, and
Yeah.
time and money investment. So I really had to hammer down on that. I did that, and then and that was some of the most amazing years I've had, and accomplishments wise. But it also kind of steered me in this direction where it's like, you know what, I think doing something on our own would be great for us to do, and would just really fit our lifestyles well, and it has, and here we are, and this has been very challenging, and I think, you know, not very many years ago, I wouldn't be able to handle it as well as I do. Like every day, some new challenge is coming towards you, and it can be stressful owning your own business, but the reward is so great, and the freedom that it gives us too is just so worth it. So, you know,
Absolutely. Now
yeah,
you can go flying anytime you want, right? You just go rent
yeah, if
the
I have
plane
time.
and I guess that
Yeah,
is the downside, right? Is finding
is
the time to fly, right? At least it'll
exactly,
never get it become a chore for you anyways.
for
It's the
sure.
good that can come out of that.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's a
need to
common
make the
thread.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a really good point. I mean, you do, right? I mean,
you
it's
do.
we don't talk
Yeah,
about mental health within our gender nearly enough, right? So yeah,
no,
making time for the things that are good for your brain and kind of get you back down there, definitely
yeah.
important to talk about making time for that stuff for sure.
Oh, certainly. And that's become a huge part of my life. I make time every week and every day, like my day starts off very early. That's when I'm the sharpest. And it starts with study and some prayer and, like being grateful. Like, here I am,
Uh,
let's go do this. And, here's my shot kind of thing. And that's something that I had to build up, like kind of, it's like going to the gym kind of thing.
right.
You gotta you gotta create a good foundation and then kind of go from there. And then all of that, putting in the work and being routine and stuff, and doing what you say you're going to do, that all brings, that all ties into business and doing good business, and just having a happier life. Like good things will come to you.
Absolutely, setting up that strong foundation right at the beginning. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right about that. Now, Nicholas, villains have attributes. Heroes obviously have attributes as well. What do you think are the ones that really kind of define that hero side?
For me, attributes that define the hero side is probably my flexibility, and and willing to learn new things. I don't like saying no. So someone calls me like, "Hey, do you do this?" And sometimes I'll say, "Yeah, we do that." But it's not really in my niche, in our corner exactly. And then I figure it out. Luckily, we've got tons of support staff that have 30, 40 years experience, and we can call somebody and we're like, "Hey, how did you do this method?" or help out. And that they'll give you a step by step, do it like this, and turns out you can do it. And a willingness to want to do new things. So someone will call me and be like, "Do you do this?" No, but I'll figure it out if you want to, give me a little bit of time to research it. And we've done a lot of work that way by, not saying no.
Right.
But if it's something that, like people call me all the time for headliners, and that's not my thing, but I've got a guy that I send it to. But
There you go.
My best attribute would probably be a willingness to learn, and flexibility with that, and wanting to take the time to do it. And on top of that, is wanting to provide. If you want to be a people pleaser, you provide the best possible product you can at the end, so everybody's happy in the end. So I guess that would be one too.
I love it, man. Solution oriented, right? I mean, that's definitely a superpower that a lot more people need for sure.
Yeah,
Let's find the
problem
problems and
solving.
say yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Nicholas, last question here for you. If you had to pick any superhero out there that best relates to Nicholas Friesen, who would that be? And tell us a couple reasons why.
That is definitely the toughest question. I'm going to have to go with my favorite is Batman, and I
Okay.
would probably say that Batman, because he's just a regular guy for the most part. He's extraordinary, but he uses tools, and he also has quite a bit of help. So he's got he uses his tools and gadgets and stuff like that, which comes from a genius mind and stuff like that. And me, I have to use skills that I've gotten from head office. They train us. We have standards and ways to do things, and I follow those to the T. And just whatever other tool. And then I've picked up a lot of skills along the way doing various jobs, so I kind of incorporate into that. And the biggest thing is being able to stop and step back from something and then ask for help.
Yeah.
It's out there. Someone's done it, whether it be on YouTube or something like that. But like I said, we have a support staff that we go to. If I can't find it there, I'll find it somewhere else. And you got to be able to just push your ego to the side and ask for help, which is probably one of the hardest things. But I'm learning to do it, because there's a lot out there.
Definitely. Now, Batman always had Alfred in his corner, right?
He
Whenever
did.
it got hard, Alfred
He
was
did.
always there for sure.
And my wife is kind of my Alfred in that she's the calm. She's in the background doing things. Let's take our time with this. Where I'm like, let's get it done yesterday and figure things out. So we balance each other out. Sometimes we butt heads, but she's definitely that part. She's in the back end, taking care of things, making sure if you're going to do this, make sure A, B, and C are done before we step into D.
I love it. Well, Nicholas, thank you so much for coming on, man, and being a great guest. How can people get a hold of you? Where can they find you? How can they connect with you guys?
Yeah, if you just go to fibrenew.com and put in your zip code, it'll come up to Fibrenew East KC. You can also find, or you just put in fibrenew.com/East KC. You can email us at eastkc@fibrenew.com, or give us a call or text 816-500-9588.
Perfect. Yep. And you can find them on Facebook as well. Check out some of those before and after pictures, as well as the franchise's Instagram and their LinkedIn page, right? So a couple other places that you can find them. If you get out there and realize that, we got a couple cracks or some discoloration going on, definitely give Nicholas a call. Nicholas, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. You've been absolutely awesome.
Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, are we still live? Hey guys, we're still live. Hey guys, this is Kevin Kwok, founder of J29 Creative Group. So who are we? We're a marketing agency here in Kansas City. We're all about a holistic approach to marketing that builds your brand and nurtures online community. But to be honest with you, you guys don't care.